Hello, YouTube. I'm Jason. I'm an alchemist, and I just got a bunch of clarity, about a big download about. Well, it's very confusing. I think I'm just going to talk about it, but it's essentially about the fighting against the system that we're in. So, where to begin with this one? First of all, baseball cap. That's the first time I've ever had a baseball cap on a video, I think. It's not my style. But I woke up late, been having an extreme amount of trouble sleeping. Extreme lately. And I'm purging in many ways. A lot of pain coming through my spine in different locations. Coming up and out. If you know, you know. And it's been hard to sleep. So I'm doing everything I can, but hey, whatever. So I woke up late here. My son has a sport that he likes to go to, so I took him to that. And I'm here. I've been thinking as soon as I woke up, actually since yesterday, about this platform that we're stuck in, forced to use, to spread out. So, first of all, there's this tarot reader that I follow she was called SanScripts. And she's been deplatformed, essentially. She had something like 1,500 videos, thousands of subs, and slipped up. Got no put a post, but got no warnings, no nothing. Just deplatformed. The whole thing's gone. So all that work, 1,500 videos, it's just been wiped. So they can be extremely discouraging. Anyway, I'll link her new channel where she's restarting in the description. But it got me thinking about that because that could be pretty discouraging, couldn't it? So I've started this channel, I think it's about 10 months now. I've got 400 videos or something like this. And I've gotten attempts from people like 144 from the Stars to try to help me grow this channel. And there is no way I can make this channel grow. It won't work. And I got frustrated many times over how difficult it has been to grow this channel. And, I'm persistent and I'm definitely patient with this stuff. I tried and tried and tried. But it just will not happen. Now, there's a reason for everything, right? So I see the patterns. This is my thing. This is what I'm good at. And I can see which videos that I post that have poor analytics are the ones that are getting promoted and the ones that get the views. But of course you don't get any subscribers and you don't get any clicks. The good videos with the really good analytics, the ones that most of the people watch all the way through, they get nothing. They do not get pushed out. In fact, most of even the people who subscribed, I don't think see half of them. So, explain it to me. I'm not sure. I'm not gonna say anything about this because the whole point of this video is to make people understand what the point of this putting videos on this platform in the first place was. So, go over to SanScripts, I think it's called now, which is a cool name. I like it better than SanTaro. And subscribe to her channel. And 144, if you're watching this, please put a post out for her and see if you can get people to subscribe back to her channel. I'm not sure if it'll work if it's meant to work, but if not, I've done that myself. I'm not getting much traction, not surprisingly, but go over and subscribe. Okay, long story short, I started this channel with the intention of trying to grow the channel. Now, this isn't my passion. I like doing this. I do. I like talking about it. I like communicating in the comments with people. It's just not my passion, like I said. So I've been going through taking stock and trying to figure out what my passion actually is. And yesterday's video, I think it's yesterday, I came to the conclusion that I know what my passion is and what I want to do. And, that's not that I can see a way to grow a channel on YouTube. So the whole point of this is I don't see the bigger picture. I don't see the solution to getting me to my passion. Now, the structure of the universe. So it's not unsurprisingly triangular. 369 is important. But if you look at the soul structure, at the very top, you've got God up here. And at each level of the structure, so there's 12 levels, there's bifurcation, splitting into divine masculine, divine feminine, into this type of soul and this type of slightly different type of soul. And each time you come down, we're talking seraphim, angels, etc., etc. As you go down to the bottom, you get to the point where you're at our level, at the base of the pyramid. It's completely into millions of different differentiations of the soul, the one. So, and then think of this, but the triangle goes this way. What do you have? You have two triangles going this way and this way. It's a pyramid, right? At the very top of the pyramid, you have the eye, which is God. So the structure of souls in the astral is a pyramid. The base of the pyramid is where our differentiation stops, your oversoul. Now, your oversoul, at the base of the pyramid, the square, right? It's you can envision a bunch of little dots as it's coming down and bifurcating, differentiating. That's where your soul comes down like a giant funnel in the opposite direction into this avatar that is you on this planet. Now, the opposite is true of the planet. She's you have Mother Earth at the center, and it bifurcates and bifurcates and bifurcates until you have the bodies, the avatars at the top. So that you have two upside down pyramids meeting at you, at the center of your heart chakra. This is why the Merkaba, which is two pyramids intertwined together, spinning in opposite directions. That's what it is. The pyramid is important. I don't know if you've noticed. It's literally the structure of the universe. So, at the base of the pyramid, from the soul structure, where your soul goes up, there are monads. So your soul doesn't just inhabit one avatar at a time. There's only like 2.5% of your oversoul is in this particular avatar that you're sitting in. And a way to envision this is you are not that one bifurcation at the bottom and the base of the pyramid. You are the entire pyramid, the whole thing, which means you are God and oneness is key. And you're the drop in the ocean. Your soul is the drop in the ocean. When it goes into the ocean, it is the whole ocean. It's all interconnected. There's no differentiation of the water droplets once it goes back in. And the same goes for the soul. It's just gradational. Up, down, not really, but higher frequency, lower frequency, and slightly different differentiation. But you are the whole thing. You're the whole pyramid. Your soul is. So you go up a level, like I said, and you get into the monad, which is where your soul inhabits multiple avatars on the planet at the same time. The upside down pyramid going the other way. So the whole point of YouTube, in my estimation, is to find your soul tribe. And not just your soul tribe, your monad, your oversoul, the other soul, the other yous, let's say, that are inhabiting these bodies on the planet. And It's not to garner millions of subscribers. So this monad, it has you, it's all you, at varying levels of awakening along this pattern. They're different bodies, different life experiences, but you can almost think of those as your soul in a different body on a slightly different timeline to experience things slightly differently. I mean, the whole point of this is God is experiencing itself in separation in millions of different forms. So you go up to the monad and you have 7 of us, let's say, of me, on different timelines, slightly different, all around the planet. I still don't know what will happen when we come together. This is a multiverse type thing, right? So, what have I gained from doing YouTube? I've done something like 400 videos. A lot of them are shorts, but a lot of videos. I've learned how to understand this. I've expressed it in a way, and I've found people who are like-minded people who think similarly to me. And in particular, I found one of me's in a different place on the planet. Well, I should say she found me. So that was the point. You know, I have 571 subscribers. It goes up to 575, then back. Then I just miraculously lose subscribers out of nowhere. Just weird. Or I'll have a bunch of views on a video, and then I'll look at the next day and it'll be missing views, and then it'll have plateaued. So I'm beating my head against a wall trying to grow YouTube. But what has happened? What happened was 144 from the Stars decided to share my video to try to help me build my channel. It didn't work. He had got me like 30 subs. But of those 30 subs, one of them was my higher self in a different body. This was the whole point of the video. The whole while making all these videos, it wasn't to grow the channel. This isn't going to be my passion. It's not even going to work in the system because the rhythm of this thing, this platform that we're on, is rigged. It's absolutely rigged. But it's failed, right? Now, we don't want this to be us against them. So we've created this. The God that is us, the pyramid, created this whole system that we're in the first place. And it's to experience differentiation and separateness. And it's worked quite well. And as you're asleep to it, there's varying levels of asleep to it. But as you wake up to it, you start to understand that the whole point of this thing was just to interconnect us. So that, you know, I'm not sure if this can be salvaged, this platform. I'm not sure if the virus runs so deep that it has to be torn down and started over, or if it can be plucked out and rejigged so that it actually treats people like us fairly. But it's irrelevant. There is something coming. This is the old rope-a-dope. It's a Muhammad Ali reference. So you're rotating your arm to get the person to look over here, YouTube, and try to put all its effort into stopping this from coming, and then you give him the knockout punch. So something, God's knockout punch, is coming in the background. I know it is. This, and, you know, we wrote it this way. This is what the point of it was. So the knockout punch is coming, and it means, as hard as it is after putting all that work in, now I've put a ton of work in, but SanScripts has put way more and had a much bigger following and actually was making financial money from this. So the loss is bigger. I see that. But no less, this is a rope-a-dope. Something's coming in the background. Maybe it's a new platform developed by people with light-colored hats. Maybe. I don't know. Or maybe there's an internal restructuring going on this platform, and one day we're going to wake up and it'll start working fairly. I'm not sure. I don't know, and I'm never going to guess it, and that's okay. It served its purpose. This was not a failure. I made no money off of this. None. $0, and I never will at this rate. And that's okay. I know what this is for. There's a bigger purpose to all of this. We're finding each other. We're finding our soul tribes, which are just monads that think alike or agree on things, sort of, and want to work together. So if there's a 7 of me, there's another monad that's similar. And, there's like my wife's group, and that's a soul tribe in itself. Which, if there's 7 each, at least, then how many people are there? There's thousands in just small groups. And we found each other. And it's not only been using this platform either. So I think that's where I'll leave it. I thought about this stuff so deeply lately that I don't want people to get disheartened. I understand what's perceived to have been lost. But if you understand that you don't understand, you can't see the bigger picture. Not the whole thing. You get little glimpses. But if you understand that, then you know that none of this is by accident. This will work out. The knockout punch is coming. I can't wait to see it. I'm going to have the guilty pleasure of enjoying it, watching this shift and become fair, because that's been one of my things. Injustice is not fun, but justice is coming. Injustice is not fun to watch or be part of, and historically I've gotten very angry about this stuff. But now I'm just smiling because I'm waiting. I'm just waiting. That knockout punch, it's going to be epic. And, we can all go back and smile and see that there was never anything to worry about when this is all done. Oh, and something else about the monads. There's like varying levels of waking up, right? So say there's 7 of you. There may not be 7, I don't know. But there's one who's at the tip of the spear, so to speak. We're all waking up first in our groups, for sure. And we're all on slightly different timelines. So it doesn't mean that the person ahead of you, that part in your monad, is better or more advanced. It's you. It's you on a slightly different timeline. And, you're playing your part, and it's no less important. It's as critical as any part along this time. Not to mention that you are one of the very first people on the entire planet to wake up anyway. But you have to stop thinking about it as separation. That person that's ahead of you or behind you, so to speak, it's a group thing. You're playing this role through time as a group. And time is not real. Time is a linear progression of events on a unfolding record, like I used to say, like a vinyl record. So the time is literally the distance between events. It's distance. It's a measurable thing. That's why it's variable. Sometimes the distance between events is shorter or longer, and you feel that as changes in the time. Anyway, I love thinking about this stuff very deeply, and I'm starting to understand it so well. I just saw angel number 227 twice. Check that one out after we get off of here. But anyway, like I said, go over to SanScript and subscribe, please. And 144 from the stars, I'll link you in here. Hopefully you'll see this video and you can go over and maybe try to help her out too. We all got to stick together. We're in this together, and if there's anything we can do, if it's supposed to happen, it will. So I'm not going to force it, but I hope it does, because this injustice is getting old, and I can't wait for that knockout punch to come. So, like I always say, I hope this video finds you well. I love you all, and we'll see you soon.